Listen carefully. What the hell do Chelsea have on the owners? What the hell do Chelsea's owners have on the Cronkies? What the hell do Chelsea's board have on our board members? What do they have on us? Why? Why? Get me Eze. Get me Rodrigo. Those are the guys.
Who owes you an apology? Who owes you an apology? Sorry. All right. Hey, Gal, I can't see you in the chat, bro. I can't see you in the chat. You might think you might have bust your head and got amnesia, bro. Talking to me about I owe you an apology. Are you mad? Are you mad, bro? Yeah? Yeah, the streets don't forget, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The streets don't forget. Do you know what I mean? You're a joker telling me about I owe you an apology, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You need to explain yourself for that video. Do you want to know something? Do you want to know something? Do you want to know something? I got the clips, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you about knowing something. I got the clips, bro. You can't tell me about I owe you an apology. You owe me an apology for 6 years talking rubbish about this club, telling me this, telling me that. What's this? Someone send me a clip. Someone send me another clip. Hold on. What's this clip? We got more clips for you. We got more clips for you. What's this?
Why?
He sent me again. Why are you sending me again?
Don't need goddamn metal way, okay?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Egal, let's not start this. I beat you. Listen, I won last time. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do this. Man, then what are you saying, man?
Big up, guys. All right.
All good, all good.
Man,
What you
hey, it's been all right. You know what I'm saying? It's been all right, bro. Egal.
Apologize for what? What's he done? What's Nani done?
He
played okay.
Not yet. Nothing yet. Do you know what? Do you know what the crazy thing about Noni? Yeah, is that if Noni balls out on that right wing, I'll start to ask questions. I'll be like, is Noni better than Saka for this team? So that makes it even worse. You know what I'm saying? For some people that painted out Saka to be some, you know what I'm saying? Saka's still a good player, don't get me wrong, very good player. But like Noni, man, the way he's balling out on that right-hand side, you know what I'm saying? He's carrying the ball. It's crazy. It's crazy in this dunya, bro. I never expected it, to be honest. I know that Noni can carry the ball and everything. He's like a Gervinho. I saw it in the chat when I was watching some of the Lee stream. Someone saying that he's like Gervinho, you know, like he can dribble, do everything, you know, carry the ball. But that final little moment, that's what he lacks. You know,
he's
that
like a
final
75% player. Sorry, Rashid. He's like a sort of 75, 80% player. He gets to a certain degree and then he can't quite make it happen. He might do every sort of 10 or 12
Maybe
times.
Gyökeres will help him, don't you think? Maybe Gyökeres being in the right spot at the right time, because that's Gyökeres. He's always in the right spot, right time, makes the perfect runs, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, apart from that, he's non-existent. I'm saying barely touches the ball, but I don't care. I want someone to score. Because I used to think, like back 2-3 years ago, I used to think that this false nine football is gonna get you more goals. And then I just found out that it's just like Firmino and Benzema, and these are just the only players that can really do that. And you can't do that anymore. Now, from now on, you just have to get yourself someone like a Haaland, like a, you know what I'm saying, like a Dovbik, like a Gyökeres. Yes, he won't be in the game. He won't, because let's be real, he barely touched the ball. Him and Eze, first half, barely touched the ball. Barely. Second half, Eze did well, I'll be real.
And that's why Northside was saying, sorry to cut you, Rashid, that's why Northside was saying, if you play someone like Eze in the 10, you don't need Gyökeres to just to drop off the centre back. He can just stand on the shoulder of the centre back, and you can just thread him the ball. Because you see the way he makes those runs and stuff, right? You saw in the second half when he drifted to the left, and then he did a nice 1-2, ended up on the right hand side, hit the post. That's the type of player he is. Like, this is what I didn't want him for Liverpool, because he's not a very, very good footballer overall, but his finishing is unquestionable. So if you get a player like Eze in the 10, who's going to turn, who's confident on the ball, will turn and just thread the ball through into space, Gyökeres is going to be fine.
You know what I liked about Eze? You know what I like about a player? When you play shit and you get an assist and a goal, I like it. Why? That means that's the shit version of you. Wait till we see the best. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like the biggest fan of Eze. Like, I'm not the biggest fan. I wanted Rodrigo. I'm not happy. I wanted Rodrigo on that left-hand side. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But Eze will do. You know, that little touch that was filthy. That little touch that he did for Calafiore to run with the ball, that was filthy, bro. That was filthy. But I like that. I like that he got that assist. You know, maybe he can build on that and try to find a way, because he ain't gonna play in that number 10. Let's be real. Well, maybe now, because Odegaard's injured, we don't know how long Odegaard is gonna be injured. How long did they say? I think they didn't say.
Did he have a shoulder injury before? Was there a shoulder
Yeah.
injury before? I think so. I don't know if he
Yeah.
had recovered from that. Well, we didn't. We know that we rush everyone back anyway. So it's like,
Nah, he didn't. He didn't. Rob, he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
the thing with Gyökeres, sorry, just to say, the thing with Gyökeres, I was going to say, is that, like, we haven't really seen anything particularly great from him, but we can actually see he's a bit more techie than people give him credit for. I'm not saying that he's sort of amazingly techie, but I think he's got a bit more sort of talent on the ball than people give him credit for. And even in this cameo of about 4 games, this sort of like pool of 4 games that isn't really that many games, but it's been against some decent opposition, apart from Leeds, who are fucking awful. You know, it seems promising to me. With you know, my only sort of like kind of worry is the manager that's in control, obviously. So, like, I think Gyökeres himself, with the players that we have, and, you know, the potential of the attacking players that we have now this season, it's really great. But, like, whether he's being kind of like, it's whether the attacking players around him are being kind of like subdued too much. Because we've already, you know, we've seen Saka, Martinelli, Timber, all in interviews quite clearly say that they're being. I don't know if you guys saw did you see the Martinelli quote? It came out like maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago, where I can't remember who he scored against, but he came out and he said that, like, I scored this goal, blah blah blah, in the game, and then I went into training the next day, and AirPod Albert came and said, "Oh, great goal, but you were supposed to defend." It's like, what the fuck? But he scored the fucking goal. So, like, that this kind of worries me a little bit. And it's kind of like, I was a bit in this particular game, kind of like what Northside said in his monologue earlier. When we scored, after we scored, we seemed to go back to that trait of, like, sitting back, which is what cost us points last season at home, when we dropped so many points and we drew from winning positions. And at halftime, I was in Views' chat talking to people, and I was saying, oh, for fuck's sake, we seem to be reverting back to type. We need to come out in the second half and score a fucking goal quickly. Thankfully, we did. But I don't know. I'm not so confident that this isn't, you know, there's been lessons learned. Do you know what I mean? Because as soon as we scored, it looked like we sat back again. And I don't know. I guess we have to see.
Even the football was the same, right? I mean, let's be honest. The plan A worked. You know what I'm saying? Like, a goal from a set piece. He caught that sweet, by the way, Zubimendi. He caught that sweet, but it did take a. Do you know what I'm saying? It did take a touch to go in, because I think that was in the middle. Not to make it. I know that you see me as a hater. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a hater. He would have saved it. The goalkeeper would have saved it, but he caught it sweet. So let's give Zubimendi the props for catching it sweet, because it's not easy. Anybody that plays football knows that to catch it on the volley, it's not easy. You need to really be a baller. But it took a touch and went in, but it was still the same. So apart from the set pieces, apart from 9 corners that we got, it was the same football, really. You know, going to the sides and trying to cross the ball, hits the first man, goes to the corner, repeat. No ball through the middle. One time we tried to go through the middle. I think it was Odegaard, and it was a weak pass because Gyökeres was trying to run there, and it was the timing was bad, and do you know what I'm saying? So there was nothing going through the middle, and it's so there's still the same problems. It's like you being sick and you taking painkillers. Do you know what I'm saying? That painkiller ain't gonna cure the sickness, but it's gonna get you through. Do you know what I'm saying? The day. So nothing really changed. I'll be real.
I wonder what would have happened if we didn't get that second on 46 minutes. How that half would have played out? Would we have been a bit more cautious? We're kind of never going to know, obviously. So obviously we go into the Man City. By the way, sorry guys, is Man City? I'm being like dumb. Is Man City away or home? It's away, isn't it? Is it away?
I think it's away.
I'm not sure. Let me check.
I'm being a dumb blonde here. Where's the?
There we go. It's at home. It's at the Emirates.
It's at Emirates. Oh yeah, of course it is, because the home game is at the end of next year. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, City are shaky, right?
Sorry.
I mean, City are shaky, you know.
Oh,
They can play to our
they're in deep
hands.
trouble, man. They're in deep trouble. It's not working for them,
Yeah.
and they got a lot of injuries as well. Like Pep's already complaining about stuff. So, you know, the Club World Cup has affected them really badly. Well, we assume it's the Club World Cup, but yeah, they've had a lot of games. And Rodri, I don't think has come back as well as they'd hoped. So,
Talking
I think
about
if you
injuries,
can-
I've just seen this now. Sorry, Rashid. So just quickly about the
Okay.
injury, because now I looked into what Arteta said after the game. Arteta said about Odegaard's injury, very similar injury. He's played 2 games with Norway, and unfortunately, he cannot continue. When asked, will Odegaard require surgery? Arteta said, no, certainly not. Last time in a few days, he was able to manage the pain. What does that mean, manage the pain? That means what? So he's going to be getting injections and that. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing?
Tranquilizer.
But in this press conference before this game, he said that we have to respect the process of getting Saka back and respect what the medical team have said. But now when it comes to Odegaard, you want to manage the pain. Listen, I don't want Odegaard starting in it, but I don't want him re-injured as well. And I don't want to play it injured at the end of the day. Like, he's no good to us if he's injured at all. But at the same time, managing the pain, bro. So we're giving these players painkillers. We're injecting them up. We're seeing how far we can push them with the injury. Everything that we're suspecting seems like it's coming to light, bro. It's a joke. It's a joke.
They're all drinking lean, bro. They're all drinking lean.
So basically, he's kind of slyly saying, even when he was with the national team, you're still carrying an injury. And then he's come back, and then he could do it for Norway, but at Arsenal, the injuries got too bad, and now he's out. We're going to see if we can manage the pain. This is the same shit you did with Saliba. Do you know what I mean? When he's warming up against Liverpool. This manager, I'm sorry, man. The way he manages players, bro, he's going to destroy some career. At least one player is going to get their career ruined in terms of injuries because of this guy, long term.
Do you know what it is? And then at the end of the season, what does he say? What does he say? Oh, I went through the tunnel and I saw 7 players injured on the left of me, and I was like, oh, if I had these players, the Premier League, the league would have been different. You know what I'm saying? Our run for the league would have been different. But you're the guy you're playing these players injured for no reason. You got Eze that can play in that number 10. You got Ethan that can play in the number 10. Me personally, I believe Max Dowman can play in that number 10. I don't care about the age, but still there's players you can play in that number 10. It's not that big of a deal. You can change formations. Maybe you don't need the number 10. You can change a formation where you don't need a number 10. Do you know what I'm saying? To get us through some games. Because let's be real, a game like Leeds and Nottingham Forest, with all due respect, you don't need a lot. You don't need to put out a lot, you know what I'm saying, to beat them, because we have a stacked team that are good enough to beat these teams. Do you know what I'm saying? So why would you go for a game like Nottingham that it means something, of course, 3 points does mean something, but like for a greater good, you should keep this player fit, if you believe in him, of course, to be fit for the important matches. Do you get me? The important matches that are going to come, the cups, the Champions Leagues, you know what I'm saying? That the end of the season, crunch time, end of the season.
Well,
why would we use...
Sorry, man.
Go on.
Especially given the games that we've got coming up as well. Like, so if Odegaard is injured, what do you guys reckon he's going to play as the midfield? Like, who's going to come in?
It all work out.
Play against, say, Bilbao, City for next 2 games, let's say. Who's going to come in?
I think Eze is going to stay on the left. I believe that Eze was bought to be a left winger. I think he really believes that Eze is going to work on that left-hand side. I know why, because Calafiore is going to try to run behind him and maybe create something, because everybody, what does everybody say? Check his heat map. Check his heat map. He always plays on the left. He always come from the left. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's different. A left attacking midfielder is not the same as a left winger. You get me? A left winger has different responsibilities to a left attacking midfielder. It's just so different.
But Palace played 3-4-3 in it, so you have he plays off of like a hold up.
He has the
wing backs.
And
he has to drop into the center to create the box midfield. Yeah, so he plays a lot more centrally than he's doing currently. So he's going to need some time. I think he'll be fine at left wing. He's a talented footballer. He's got good technique on him. Yeah, so that's the most important thing. Plus, when you're playing out wide, you have more time and space. Like the best 10 in the league currently is probably Cole Palmer, and his thing when he's getting pressed, he will drop deeper and move out to the right to get some more time and space on the ball so we can cook a bit better. So I think him playing out on the left is fine. I don't think that's an issue. It's just more the players around him Like, because when I was watching the game, when Eze was picking up the balls, he had a wider position, but when he was trying to get up the pitch, he just had Gyökeres and there was no one really else around him. So he needs options. Do you know what I mean? So it's a thing of like, I think the team will get more accustomed to playing with him to his strengths, and then he will get more accustomed to playing with their strengths as well. So,
but just quickly, as a Liverpool fan, when you had that season with Klopp where you had mad injuries, remember when you had a bag of man out, you had a whole squad out of players. How did he manage?
Yeah. It was his last season, 23-24. Yeah, it was his last season.
How did he manage those injuries?
He didn't really, to be honest with you, because the problem is, those injuries were so bad, right? The current playing staff got run into the ground. So when the guys came back, when the guys who were injured came back, the guys that were there started to get injured and fatigued. But it was mainly him just like dipping into the youth academy. Like that was it. Like we played a bag of youngsters that we will never see again. So, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's it really. You just got to trust. The only thing you can do is just like trust in the youth players, innit? If you've got some talented youth players there, just play them. What's the worst that's going to happen? Do you know what I mean?
We're wasting them, bro. We're wasting them in Wolf.
Like Rashid said, we already got options. It's not like we have to stick to playing Odegaard. Like we only got one number 10. Like, you know what I mean? Like Spurs with Maddison, where they had to go out and get Javi Simmons because they had no other
3 number 10s.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? This is what I mean. Like the guy
you could even play Trossard in a number 10. He's not that great, but he could play in that central because he's quite versatile to play across that front, that 3 behind the striker. So you technically got 3
we tried him before. We tried Trossard at number 10 before. Do you remember? Was it the season before last season where we tried him and it didn't really work out, innit? It did. Yeah.
But even before you work out, you've got 3 other options that you can play in the 10, and it's like it's just mad that this manager just consistently wants to play players injured. I don't get the fascination with it. But like I said, I'm happy today like that we beat Forest. But I expected us to beat Forest. Like I wasn't surprised. Like I don't think Ange really went for it. Like he seemed like he was playing. It felt like we was playing
Nuno.
Yeah,
it
every season for Ange.
Bro. It just felt like Nuno's Forest. It didn't feel like an Ange team. Like they weren't really pressing high. They weren't really. Do you know what I mean? And then when we went forward, we still found opportunities and gaps and situations to score. So I don't know, man. I still
we defended well though. No, we defended well. I mean,
we did, but
we need to talk about.
We didn't have a lot to really defend though as well. I don't really. There wasn't really a period where they were on top. Really, they had like 1 or 2 moments, but we weren't really.
Don't you think Mosquera was balling? Like I saw Mosquera making some picture. Even when he lost the ball, boom, he said sorry. Huh?
Mosquera looked good. He looked good today.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's time to maybe think about selling Saliba. No, if Mosquera continues on this kind of level, I'm not saying right now.
That's
you know how much I love
bit.
Saliba.
With Kivior, we were like, there's a mistake in him. He's kind of dodgy. You didn't really trust him. With Mosquera, he comes in. We're all kind of calm about it. There's no he's clearly like levels to Kivior, and for 13 million, and fair enough. You have to give credit where credit's due. We do give credit. This is the thing that people don't understand about us, who are apparently kind of like sort of perennially negative about everything that's going on. We do give credit where credit's due, and so far, because it's early doors still, but Mosquera seems to be a decent signing for 13 fucking million, considering how calm he is, and considering what I've heard before about how rash he can be. But it is only 4 games, and with Noni, it is only 4 games, so we kind of have to let things unfold a little bit before we get to kind of like sort of crazy.
I mean, don't you think Saliba loses the ball as well? Like when you think about it, like,
he has recently.
The ball as well.
Yeah,
but Saliba's like, this is what I loved about Mosquera today, is that when he lost the ball, boom, went back straight away. I'm sorry. Like, it's kind of like he said sorry straight away.
He would do that as well. He's got that recovery-ness about him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing about Saliba, he doesn't like to win aerial duels. He doesn't really get involved in aerial duels. That's the only thing I would say. That's his weakness. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's by design, but he
is that Mosquera? Sorry, you're saying?
No. Saliba. He doesn't win aerial duels often. He doesn't even contend for them.
Yeah,
it's normally Gabriel that does that.
But he doesn't need to, innit? Because they play that thing where like. When the ball comes high, so Gabriel's the person that goes, do you know what I'm saying? that goes high, and then because Saliba's a ball playing defender. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Obviously, this is why Van Dijk is the best in the world, or one of the best in the world, because Saliba, Van Dijk can do all of them and play football. Saliba's that kind of guy, so he'll fall back a little bit just in case the ball bounce, whatever. He can calm the play, and then we go again. Do you get me? That's something I think Mosquera doesn't have, because you see that pass that already tells you. Do you know what I'm saying? That was a terrible pass, terrible. But like, we need to be starting to think, bro. I'm starting to think, because if they don't sign this contract, you get me? It's about time. I mean, Mosquera looks good for now, but obviously there's tests to become.
I mean,
Calafiore, bro.
Sorry, I was just going to say. Sorry, I was just going to say, in that context with what you just said, if Saliba doesn't sign the contract and we do lose Saliba, yeah, I think with Mosquera we shouldn't be so worried. I think before, if we hadn't have got Mosquera and we still had, like, say for example, Kivior and Saliba fucked off, I think we definitely need to be worried. But I think we got less. But then it goes to, like, we don't have any cover for Mosquera if Saliba goes. So, obviously we don't want Saliba to leave. But, like, I don't know.
You think Saliba's getting bigger than Arsenal? You know how Sanchez got bigger than Arsenal? How Van Persie got bigger than Arsenal? How, I don't know, got a lot of players that we had, Nasri, they became bigger than Arsenal. They're kind of like, it's kind of like, I can play anywhere and I can win anywhere. Why would I stay here? I'm not a London boy. I'm sorry, not a London boy. I don't support Arsenal. So why I don't have no attachment to this team? What, do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. Some players get bigger than the club.
This is what a lot of the top gunners don't understand about, like, a lot of the players at the club. Like, I've seen so many things on Twitter, for example, where it's like, oh, well, no one's going to leave while Arteta is here because they believe in the project. Well, if it keeps going the next year, and there's no trophies, of course they're going to leave. Players, life is short. Players' football careers are even shorter. And, like, the idea that someone like Saliba or somebody of that age is going to just stay with Arsenal, like, just in the hope that somehow it will all work out, is just completely false. And if we don't win anything anything major in the next 12 to 18 months or so, I mean, this guy's going to go. Of course he's going to go. It's not just
that. I think because obviously with Konate, I think he's going to Real Madrid. I think that's more or less done. You need to think about it like this, though. Like, everyone wants to do what they love and love what they do, right? But what's even better is when you can do that with your friends and family. If you look at Real Madrid, they've got Tchouaméni, they've got Mbappe, and they've got Camavinga, who are French national players, yeah? So obviously they're probably going to be talking to some of their guys, but like, look, come over here, right? So, and they're all of a similar age bracket. So Konate is probably like, yeah, you know what? I love playing for Liverpool, but I can love playing for Madrid, and I can also got my guys with me as well. And the same for Saliba. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's another factor that you're not.
Do you think that's that? Because when you think about it, Harry Kane.
We know about this, right? Yeah, we know about players who go away on international duty and they talk to other players of the same nationality that come to join us.
Yeah,
definitely. We had it a few years ago. Jude Bellingham was being spoken to by Henderson and Trent, and obviously he went to Real Madrid. But it happens. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when they go over to the French national team, and here's the thing, yeah, if you want to know what players think about your club and think about their career, listen to them on internationals, because when they're over in their own country, they're speaking to their own journalists, they're speaking in their mother tongue, right? So they're a lot more confident in what they'll say, and also they know that the media coverage in the country that they play in is a lot less. People don't pick it up as much, right? For whatever reason, it doesn't get the same coverage on your mainstream media. Right, so that's why they're a lot more open. Like, you hear Konate talking about, I get a phone call every day from Mbappe to go to Madrid. He's not saying that at Liverpool, bro, because he knows what will happen to him. Do you get what I mean? So that's another thing you need to think about. Yeah, is where are certain internationals and, like, where are their teammates playing? Do you know what I mean? Because they're likely to go and join them. So that's one thing.
Maybe that's that. You know what I'm saying? But we need to also think about, like, Harry Kane, for example. He balled out. He scored as many goals as he could, bro. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, in big games, it's debatable, but, like, he scored and he assisted as many as he could. He saw his team not winning nothing. What happened? 31 years, I don't care. I'm going. Don't matter if I'm 31. I'm not going to stay here. He could have stayed here and became a legend. And, do you know what I'm saying? Became a legend of the club, scored more goals for the Premier League. Do you know what I'm saying? but smash some records and be a legend. But where did he go? He went Bayern Munich. He wanted to win. He wanted to move on and win. He got bigger than the club. There's a lot of players that are going to get bigger than Arsenal if we continue not winning. Do you know what I'm saying?
If you're not many Harry Kanes out there as well, do you know what I mean? Harry Kane is an exception to the rule. Like there's not many players who would stay at a Spurs for that long as he stayed without winning anything, and then would finally decide, oh, I need to go to a Bayern or something like that. Most players would fuck it off after a couple of seasons or whatever. So, you know, this idea that like everyone's going to stay because Mikel Arteta has created this amazing project. What is this amazing project, by the way? One trophy win out of a possible 22. That is your interpretation of an amazing project. Is it okay? Maybe I kind of like disagree with that, to be honest with you. But like, yeah, you know, we know, everyone knows who's a bit kind of like more kind of like cognitively aware about the situation, that in the next couple of seasons, if this shit stays the same, we are starting to lose all of these players. And like, we don't want to lose these players. We built a squad who is that is capable of doing very great things if we have the proper fucking manager here, and we don't. And this is
I mean, we're a stepping stone. Think about it. Like even Sesko wanted that what's that thing that he wanted, the
release clause
to release. Thank you, the release clause. Do you know what I'm saying? He even Sesko wanted the release clause. Arsenal, you come at Arsenal, people are gonna hear about you. They are going to. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Arsenal are at a level where like they are gonna hear about you. But are you gonna win? Are you going to go to that next level? Are you going to go for the Ballon d'Or? Shit like that? I don't know about that one. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think you can do that at Arsenal. You get me? Like, for example, Eze right now at Arsenal, I think he's comfortable. Of course, he wants to play for the club, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? He starts scoring, you know what I'm saying? Start providing, start doing more, and then not winning. He starts thinking. It's just natural. Saka, he's going to start thinking. Even though I believe these players are going to stay more than I believe that Saliba's going to stay. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they got attachment to the club. But at some point, you got to think about it, right? You can't just be happy with these little battles. Like today, for example, if you scroll on Insta, you'll find people saying, oh, we're going to win the league. Do you know what I'm saying? We're going to win the league. All of a sudden, everything changed just because of this one game against Nottingham Forest. You hear me? It's so reactionary. Innit? You can scroll on Insta right now. You find people like that. It's just, it's jarring. What basically, to go back to the game, Madueke was balling out, bro. We need to talk about that, though. We need to talk about that. I mean, he surprised us, right?
Was he that balling out though? Because he was the most potent threat. He was busy. He was doing kind of like, but he wasn't. What was he really creating? Like, maybe am I being too harsh? I don't know.
Yeah, I think you are. Like, here's the thing: as a winger, your main job is to take on your fullback and to get past him and to get the ball into the danger area. Okay, maybe he didn't create as many chances.
He did that 2 or 3 times, 90 minutes. We're at home.
What he did do was he was a constant threat and he kept his fullback pinned in. Now, to caveat that, to kind of side with you, the guy that was playing at wing left back originally, that was his debut. So for Forest.
Yeah, also, yeah. They had a makeshift. Then
they had Murillo get injured, but Nico Williams came on. Yes, Nico Williams experienced, but he's coming up. He's now having to warm into a game that they're losing. So yeah, but I think Noni did play really well. And to be honest with you, I think it's more the fact that for a lot of, it's not just Arsenal fans, a lot of opposition fans, when they saw Arsenal sign Noni Madueke, it was comedy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't think it was a serious signing. So for him playing well, right, I think a lot of people are surprised. So it might just be that factor as well, that people are surprised that he's playing as well as he did. Because I don't really think he was doing this at Chelsea, truth be told.
I think he was having a couple of games like this. He was carrying.
But to be fair, I wasn't really watching him like that at Chelsea. So there is that too.
Well, kind of like Dario has just said in the chat, like he does more than Martinelli. He's played better than Martinelli. He did like get to the byline a few times, got it inside. Yeah. He was quite dangerous, but like for a home game for a right winger for Arsenal Football Club, I just was expecting a bit more. I don't know, like is it just me? Am I being kind of like?
That's all your fault, Nov.
I can't unsee that.
It's true, bro.
No, I'm way better looking than that guy, bro.
Did I miss it?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
West London rapper.
Nah, sorry. But no. Do you know what it is with Madueke, bro? It's like he did some stuff that it's been a long time I haven't seen. I'll be honest. You don't really see it with Saka on the pitch. Do you know what I'm saying? Not to be harsh on Saka or anything, because Saka does get the numbers and he's effective. But like he does the winger, like he plays like a proper winger. Do you get me? Maybe the last part he's not very good at, but taking on the player, blah, blah, blah. Just like Josh said, taking on the player. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't see that with Saka, do we, Rob? We don't really see that. With Saka, it's more, let me go to the left. You know what I'm saying? Cut to my left.
Yeah.
Just cut in and just, do you know what I'm saying? Whip a ball, try to put it in the box, or just go for goal. That's all you see. But with Madueke, he's one of them players where like, oh, oof. Do you know what I'm saying? He's taking on the player, boom. He's running. He's making a run. He's whipping in the cross. He's causing mayhem, basically. He's causing mayhem. Do you get me? And that's something what do we like about Max Dowman? That's what we like about Max Dowman. Every time, direct, causing mayhem. Even sometimes it's not going where it's supposed to go, but it's still causing that problems in or outside the box. And don't forget, a free kick to us is like a penalty. A corner is like a penalty. We've got bare penalties every game. When it's a corner set piece, that's a penalty for us. So we do. I don't know about Cross, Charles. I don't know about Cross. His crosses weren't the best. You know what I'm saying?
His corners were good. His corners were decent, to be fair. He pinged
his
them.
corners were good. Yeah, his corners.
No,
the thing is, it's about consistency, though. Like the thing is like as much as Noni played well today, it's like I just don't see him as a consistent performer. I see him as somebody that has these up and down performances throughout the season, which is a big reason why I didn't want Madueke at the club. You know what I mean? Also, his decision making sometimes in the final third can be questionable sometimes as well. Because before this game, his decision making in the final third left a lot to be desired. So I feel like there's a lot of players at this club that have those kind of performances, like Odegaard. When he's on his day, he looks decent, but then it's very up and down when you're going to see that level of performance. And that's my biggest gripe. Even today, like the fact that Odegaard went off injured and he brought on Ethan. Is that going to be something consistent from this manager? Is that going to be consistent? Because you played Moreno in the 10 against Liverpool. So it's like, how much can I really take from this game when nothing that I see from this manager is consistent? You know what I mean? You're starting Eze on the left, but you could have started Eze in the previous game and you was playing Martinelli. Today you subbed on Martinelli. Why? Based on what? Why are you giving him minutes? When you're risking minutes off of Dowman that has a future to play Martinelli. Forget it, bro. Whatever we have to pay.
I think it's contract. I think it's contract.
If you have to send him some peas, you have to send the message, bro. Come on, bro. This manager is the same manager, yeah, that put his foot down when it was Ozil. He put his foot down when it was Aubameyang. Do you know what I'm saying? There's been bigger players at this club where he's put his foot down and said, "Yo, you ain't getting no game time. You ain't getting this. You ain't getting that." Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if Dowman. Is being 15 mean that you're disabled or something? Like, bro, what, the guy can't run, but can't play no more. Like, what's going on? I can't. If I hear another, he's 15. Bro,
I'm gonna lose it.
You're telling me you can't play 20 minutes of football, bro? Is that what you're telling me? Is he handicapped? Has he got no legs?
It's about timing, and this is the thing. There's no right or wrong answer. When you're that age, you're still growing and stuff. I don't think playing him against Nottingham Forest, who are known to have like bullies on the pitch, like they're another rugby team, man. Like, let's be serious.
We got bullies as well.
They got Ryan Yates on the pitch.
Then why did we bring him up to the first team though? This is the thing, Josh. Yeah, if you feel that the player isn't ready, then don't bring him into the first team. You should have kept him where he was at or loaned him out where he was at. Because either you promote players because you believe that they can make the jump, right? And I'm not even, and this is the thing I kept saying, I'm not even saying playing week in, I'm not saying playing for 90 minutes week in, week out, yeah? But bringing on Martinelli in the 80th minute, man are telling me that Dowman can't play for 10, 15 minutes of a game, that we're winning, we're dominating. Well, they weren't really doing anything, but we were the one that were trying to go for the third and the fourth and the fifth and the sixth goal. Why can't we bring him in? If that's not a scenario where you can bring him on, I don't understand why he's even here then. I don't get it. What's he here for?
Yeah. I mean, think about it, yeah.
Put him in the under 21s or whatever the case may be then, because he's not ready for the men's game. I don't understand it. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense. Yes, you don't want to play him week in, week out. There are certain games where you could look and say, okay, listen, I ain't really a game for Dowman. I think it might be a bit too much. Nottingham Forest, where we're comfortably winning, and we can't bring him on in the 80th minute. but you're bringing on Martinelli. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it.
Nah, you know what it is?
Martinelli's
Think
kind of
about
like
it, yeah?
the favorite though. That's the thing.
No, I think it's a contract thing with Martinelli. It's a contract. He has to play certain minutes. But
No, I
because you
actually think
remember
it's a
Martinelli, he was boiling out.
favoritism thing.
You remember that
Him
one?
and Odegaard
Josh?
are favoritism. Him, Odegaard, and Saka is clear favorite.
Yeah, but it's in contract as well because
Yeah, no, I hear it,
Martinelli, this is the thing. It was Klopp's fault. It's actually your fault. It's actually your team's fault. You know what I'm saying? We got Martinelli at this club because Klopp started saying, "Oh, he's a baller, he's a baller, he's a baller," and everybody believed the hype. Obviously, at that point, he was good on the left. We're talking about him as a left winger. So after that, they gave him the contract. They gave him the contract when he was balling out 3 seasons ago or 2 seasons ago. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I blame Klopp for that. I blame Klopp because
And I'll be honest
they
with you,
gave him the
sometimes-
contract that moment, and he could have said anything. Arsenal would have said yes. You know
In my
why?
honest-
Because
in my
these
honest
fans
opinion-
were.
In my honest opinion, there isn't a conversation about comfortability. We've seen this before, right? Yeah, players get way too comfortable in their surroundings, and they know the manager's going to pick them. That's why I said favoritism. Because let's be serious, yeah. Whether you like him or not, he is clear. Him, Martinelli, Odegaard, and Saka are free of, and I guess you can throw in the centre backs as well. Those are Arteta's main generals. That's the thing. So Martinelli knows I am going to play regardless. So with that being said, how good do your performances need to be if you know the manager's going to pick you anyway, despite you stinking out the gaff? Like you see it all across football, man. Like players get picked even though they're not playing well because the manager just likes them. Do you know what I'm saying? So maybe him moving on, maybe him getting sold, going somewhere else, you might see a completely different Martinelli to the point where you're like, do you know what? Maybe we made a mistake. But it's probably a lack of motivation. A player like that, he's clearly got talent, yeah, but he's just become so predictable. Like he gets the ball, stands up his man, and then just doesn't do anything with it. Like no cut inside, no left foot cross, just takes it to the byline and just hopes the defender will disappear or something. He's just so easy to play against. It's unreal. Like you don't just lose talent like that. He's just not motivated.
I know.
But
I
the
feel.
thing-
But I feel like he's got talent. Yeah, I think he's got talent, but I never put him up there like as high as a lot of this fan base in the first place. I feel like he's always had certain attributes that I didn't feel like he was that great at. Like he always had to rely on speed and space because he didn't have other attributes. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's a window with players sometimes that you can develop them, and once that window's gone, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, yo, that
Decent power
time
punch.
to develop is kind of gone, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like that time is kind of done. I feel like it's kind of like, you know, when ESR, when he went to Fulham, you saw better from him, but he still didn't reach the level that would be like, yeah, like this guy could get back into Arsenal's team. I think like that. I think it would be the same thing with Martinelli. I think if he goes somewhere where they play attacking football, he'd look better. But I don't feel like his overall game is good enough for him to be starting for Arsenal. I think it'd be a Emil Smith Rowe situation. I can't lie.
You know what he would be really, really good at in this Arsenal team is being the Gyökeres backup. Because basically he would play the
Literally about to say that. Moving,
sit on the shoulder, you get a number 10, thread the ball through. Because you know what's really good about Martinelli, yeah? Martinelli is really good at like turning a defender. Like, you know, when he's like 1v1, right? Yeah. And the ball is being fizzed into him. He's really good at spinning a defender and getting into space. That's one thing I'll give him credit for. That's one thing that when teams weren't as fearful as Arsenal, so the 22-23 campaign, that's how Martinelli got a lot of goals because there was more space on that left-hand side for him to drift into and spin off fullbacks. He would do a really, really good job because he's got a good low center of gravity. So if he played as a Gyökeres backup, maybe that'll be another way to rejuvenate him.
because he doesn't really seem to know what he's doing on the left wing. Like, I mean, if he's more, so I've always said, I completely agree with what you're saying. I actually made this point to someone a few days earlier at work this week. I was saying that what we should do is not sell him. We should keep him as a backup, bench him. But if we need to bring someone on for Gyökeres, then he can be someone who can come on in the center. And this is kind of how we saw the best of him a few years ago. The fact that he's now out there on the left, I think is absolutely stifled him. On top of the fact that you've got the defensive duties. A player like Martinelli, who has an attacking talent, he does have attacking talent, even though it's been kind of like, nullified a bit in recent years. He does have this attacking talent. And, to then ask him to defend at least 50, 60% of the time, it's just going to fuck him up, isn't it? It's like, again, we go back to the system that we are playing under this manager. Yeah. I mean, like, it all goes back to this system. We have the players to do what...
Can I say something in his defense? Martinelli? You saw
Yeah.
today that Eze on the left barely touched the ball the first half, barely done nothing. Because everybody on the left, and you actually said it, every time he gets the ball, he's isolated, and there's only Gyökeres. Gyökeres is the only option. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's isolated. So I think the left wing is a big problem due to this manager. Do you know what I'm saying? He doesn't get the support he needs. And Martinelli's a player that needs support. Second half, what's his name? Eze balled out because, first of all, that touch of magic that he had, because Eze's a better footballer than Martinelli. It is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just a better footballer. But what he did today on that left-hand side, Eze barely touched the ball. Like, did 3-4 things that were good. Apart from that, not really. You know what I'm saying? Barely touched the ball. So I think it's Arteta to blame as well. Because when Carlo uses him, I heard that he's balling out. Obviously, I didn't watch the game, but I heard that he's balling out under Carlo. So who's really the problem? Is it the manager or is it the player?
But it's funny, isn't it, Rashid? Like, you get all the people online saying that, oh, look at all the Arsenal players that were on international duty playing so well, scoring goals, getting assists, and playing defensively well, getting clean sheets against big teams. It's like, oh, well, what's the common denominator then? Like, they've gone away to different teams under different managers in different systems and been balling out, and then they're coming back here and they're playing differently. So what could be the common? What's the problem at all of this? I just, they don't seem to understand it, do they? They just don't seem to get it.
It's the manager, bro. Come on, let's be real here.
Exactly.
This manager, man. This manager kills talent. He kills talent. But the right-hand side, I don't know. Everybody that's playing on the right balls out. You know what I'm saying? Ethan, Dowman, Madueke, Saka. Everybody on the right does well, but everybody on the left doesn't. I'm confused. Why that is? Do you get what I'm trying to say? And then when you look on the pitch, who's usually on the left? Moreno, Rice, players that won't really give you that support. They're not going to thread a ball. They're not going to give you anything magical. They're not going to.
Well, no one inverts from the right, do they? Do you know what I mean? Like, so maybe the problem is the fact that we play with a left-sided player who inverts into the center. So no one really does that from the right. So maybe the right-hand side works better because we don't do that, and the left-hand side works less well because we always need someone. I mean, at some points, the wondrous galloping horse was over on the fucking right wing. It's like, I remember, like, my stream was really shit and it kept bugging up and stuff, and it like got back into working properly, and Calafiori was literally at the bottom of my screen on the right wing, and it was like, what the fuck are you doing there? Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is he doing there? And like, but you don't see that the reverse. You don't see Timber over on the left wing. So why are we playing it that way? Like, because like you say, funnily enough, the right wing works okay, but the left wing, which inverts, doesn't work. So when we've done this for a long time, so isn't it about time you figured out that it doesn't work?
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. But I was going to ask you, because I'm going to be doing the match reaction for the Chelsea game and the Spurs game. What's you lot's prediction? Spurs against West Ham. Obviously, West Ham won their last match, so they're confident. Spurs, not looking that great. What was it? It was Bournemouth, innit? Their last game that they Semenyo was cooking them, was cooking Pedro. You know what I mean? So cooking Porro. So
that's a shout. Semenyo. We could have got Semenyo. That's a shout. I'll be real. That's a shout.
I'll go 2-2.
2-2.
I think Tottenham will win. I think Tottenham will win.
I think both teams to score 3-1 Tottenham for me.
Yeah.
Is it
I think West Ham will score as well.
It's at West Ham, yeah.
At the London Stadium. Is it
Stratford? London Stadium. Okay, fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think 2-1. 2-1 Tottenham.
I'll stick with 2-2. And what are you saying? The Brentford versus Chelsea? I'm going Chelsea 2-0. I think that's comfortable for them.
Straight away, easy. Easy.
Yeah. Easy. I've got Brentford as contenders to go to potentially get relegated, because you know what? Yeah, they've lost two of their best players, and they've lost their coach, and they've got this rookie coach. Like, I think he's under 21 coach, or he was the assistant coach or something like that. Yeah, so he's learning on the job, and this is dog eat dog, man. So do you know what I mean? They're in trouble. They're in serious trouble.
Bro, the chat's just roasting us. Like, you man you man are bullies, bro.
This chat is
Brother
this chat,
How about my mental health? How about my mental health?
this chat is
How
like
about my mental health,
I
bro?
work in mental health, so it's
K
fine.
Coke is ugly, bro. He's ugly. Don't do
No,
that.
just do the
Don't do
pure coke. You know what I'm saying? Do it.
that. Pure Coke. Nah, man.
Hold on. Is
We're not doing this.
AK93, are you calling me Myron Gaines from flipping Fresh and Fit?
Yeah,
that better not be the
that's who
Myron.
you are.
I swear to God, that
Misogynistic.
better not be the Myron that you're talking about.
Yeah, that I think it might be.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
That's not the first time someone's called me Myron Gaines as well.
I'm gonna
like
diss
that
you,
guy.
Mr. Pads. I'm gonna diss you. Do you know, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a rap and diss all of you in the chat. Do you know what I'm saying? If you don't stop doing this, bro, stop with the K Cole. You know what I'm saying, at least Mope, bro. That guy is ugly, bro. Don't
Oh
compare
my
me to
God,
that.
Neil Mope. That's so
Yeah, Mope's
accurate
alright.
as well.
Yeah,
That's
Mope's
crazy
alright.
accurate.
But this man's pushing, he's trying to push the K Coke thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And it started all of a sudden.
Just say Stone busy, man. Stone busy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, mad. Nah.
That's Rashid, bro.
Listen,
I said, wait,
you gotta stop.
hey, Coke, if you're watching, you know what I'm saying? If some way you're watching, you know what I'm saying? I found one of your cousins, bro. Found one of your cousins there, you know what I'm saying?
Shout me, bro. Shout me, bro. Come on. Get us out the hood, bro.
But yeah.
Get us out the hood.
I need Spurs to drop points, man. I need Spurs to drop points, bro. I need these men to take another L, bro. They're getting way too happy that they got a new manager, a new manager bounce. I'm not on it, bro. They lost to Bournemouth. Hopefully West Ham. The thing is, I got West Ham to get relegated this year, so I feel like they're gonna go back down, bro. I feel like
you know what? They won't get relegated. They'll sack their manager long before. By January, I think my guy's gone.
Yeah.
We'll get someone a bit more
Gone.
pragmatic. Yeah.
Bro, I know they won 3-0 against Forest, but that squad is horrendous, bro.
Squad is not that great. They should get?
It's really bad.
They should get Mourinho.
Please, miss me with that.
I swear.
Do
you remember Mourinho said?
It's the only two. Sorry, go on, Rashid, go on.
Do you remember Mourinho said that he wants to play in the in a league where like there's no where he doesn't play any European competition? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he wants to manage a smaller club. Yeah,
smaller club.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yo, England, if you need a manager for 2 years, shout me." And he said 2 years. He made it clear that after 2 years, he sacked him. That's what you do, Mourinho. But I think Mourinho to West Ham would be great for them. I'll be real. Yeah,
that's a hell of a Okay, interesting.
I mean, he doesn't have a job, right? He doesn't have a job right now. Yeah, he got sacked, didn't it? But that's what I think. I mean, if I was a West Ham, so you got to get rid of Graham Potter. It's not working, bro. It's just not working. Because if they continue like this, they get relegated.
You see the problem with this. You see the problem with this is this is what happens here when you let outside influence dictate how to run a football club. They built a team that was perfect for David Moyes. They wanted expansive football, and you see straight away. Like I haven't watched all of the West Ham games. I did watch Forest versus West Ham, right? And when they're trying to build out from the back, they ain't got the players for that, bro. They're not technically gifted enough. They don't have the IQ. They're not comfortable. They had Naif Aguerd, the Moroccan centre back. They got Max Kilman. I don't know who the hell's playing at right back, and they got a bummy left back as well. So none of these guys are comfortable with playing out from the back. And you brought in a manager to play expansive football. You can't do that because you ain't got the squad. So why did you sack David Moyes then when you built a team that is a bit more direct and a bit more let's say just call it rudimental? Yeah, just for the lack of a better term. And now you've got a manager that wants to play expansive football with those types of players. What do you think is going to happen? It doesn't make sense. So, do you know what I mean?
Do you think he needs another summer? Do you think he needs another summer?
No, he needs 3 summers. Forget about another summer. He needs 3 summers. He needs 3 windows. You need to take that team apart and then start it again. You need to reset. There's about 3 players in that squad that's worthy of taking forward for Graham Potter. Yeah. One is Bowen. I can't even think off the top of my head. No.
What is Mourinho going to work with? Like, you got Jared Bowen up front. I mean, like,
but they're not meant to play the game that Graham Potter's trying to play. This is what Josh is trying to explain to us, Rob. He's trying to say that Graham Potter's trying to play a system where like you don't have the facilities for that. You don't have the midfield. You don't have the players to play from the back. Mourinho wouldn't do that.
Who's going to replace? Who's going to play up front?
What? Bowen. I think he'd play Bowen. I think he'd buy another striker or obviously a
He'd,
tall one
he'd
and
probably
just
play. He'd
put
probably
Bowen
play
with him.
3-4-1-2. So you'd have Bowen playing off of Fulkrug. Because
Yeah,
that would be the
probably
best
like that.
the best at scoring goals. Because you can got Fulkrug who can win headers and stuff. He's not really great in front of goal, but he
Yeah.
can win 50-50s, get the ball to flick onto to Bowen, and then
And then Bowen would do his
They did
magic.
a similar thing with what's my man that was in a car crash again? They let him go.
Antonio.
Jota.
Thank you. And Mikel Antonio. They did a
Antonio.
similar sort of thing
Yeah.
with Mikel Antonio and Jared Bowen. So and then you got Paqueta sitting in the 10 behind them, to create as well.
To do the magic as well. Yeah.
And you got two wing backs coming long.
But he's got Fulkrug
And
and
they
Wilson
won't play
on
the
bench
same
there,
football. Sorry?
I was just saying he's got Fulkrug. Yeah, he should be in the team. I mean, like he's got Fulkrug and Wilson. I forgot they had Wilson.
Oh yes. Wilson was balling out
bench
against
as well,
Morris.
you know.
Oh,
I didn't realize. I completely forgot they had them.
yeah, he was good.
Yeah, decent striker.
Decent
But,
Premier League striker.
yeah, innit? I feel
Yeah,
like
not
he'll
an
suit them
amazing
because
striker, but like
nah. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is with Wilson? Wilson's a perfect number 2 kind of striker where like you bring him in 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? He causes problems, whatever.
more than likely
He's that
he'll
kind
do
of player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's that kind of player. But that's what I think, man. Graham Potter, he's gonna get relegated if he continues like this, man.
I think like you can definitely tell that Potter's career is like, where is it going to go? Because obviously he is getting sacked soon by West Ham, and then where's he going to go after that? Because he's like tried. Do you know what I mean? He's tried at a couple of clubs and he's gone to West Ham, and again it's not worked. So where does he go?
Maybe he should try Spain. Maybe he should try Spain.
Yeah, he's going to have to go somewhere different.
In terms of Premier League club, what's his name? Oh God, I'm so bad with names now. Who is the Palace manager's name again? What's his name again?
Glasner.
Oliver Glasner. Yeah. So Oliver Glasner, his contract is up in the summer. If he leaves, I think them getting Graham Potter gets sacked, I think that would be a good move because I think Palace have got some tidy players on the ball, and I think
he could leave because he I reckon he's a bit pissed with what's happened to Palace. Like, I mean, he's been like sort of like placated by the fact that Gay didn't go, but like, yeah, I mean, he's obviously a fucking talented. Yeah, he's a talented.
Yeah, he's a good coach,
and he will be a very coveted manager. If he leaves Palace and becomes available, shitloads of clubs.
Well, put it like this: isn't Ruben Amorim's contract running out at the end of the summer as well? He only signed an 18-month deal, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Is it?
Yeah, he signed an 18-month deal. So sliding doors moment.
Glasner
Just,
Palace.
man, don't put that out there, man. We need him to stay, man. We need to suffer.
Oh yeah, that goes without saying. But I think it's a sliding doors moment.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Bro, Glasner United, bro. That would be dangerous.
Yeah.
Bro. I really like Glasner, man. I think he's a top.
I think he's a quality coach as well.
Yeah. I think he want to
Hammer
go
him
to
in, bro.
like that, man.
100.
Hammer him in, bro.
Yeah, we agree on
trust me,
that.
hammer him in.
We'll
Keep
all
him.
hammer him in,
Keep
man.
him.
Do you know what?
He's got patterns of play. He's got patterns of play. I can see patterns of play. Do you know what I'm saying? We'll do what they do to Arsenal, innit? I can see patterns of play. Wait, it's only phase 2, okay? You need a couple of more players.
Oh, no, it's at least phase like fucking 14 right now, surely. Like,
you know where I would like to see Glasner go, and I think he'll be an excellent coach there. Is Borussia Dortmund. I think he would bring them back. He might even win the league with them if he goes there.
But why would he go?
They got ballers, innit?
Yeah, they always have ballers. They've always had ballers throughout the years.
Yeah, they have great ballers.
I guess if
Their scouting is elite.
If he doesn't get the Prem job that he wants, then yeah, maybe. But I could see him getting a bigger job in the Prem. To be honest, probably Man
Like
United.
who?
Yeah, most likely Man United, bro. Like most likely Man United got some good players, bro. And Buemo, Xerxes, they got some good players. Kobe Maino, they just need a manager that can actually set them up properly, and then have a window that can. Ahmad, another one that Man United
actually do have ballers. Yeah,
I like the wing back as well. Dorgu. I think he's a little bit underrated. Yeah, I think he's.
I think he's decent.
He's a good footballer.
You know what I mean? Euro as well. I think Euro's
talented as well.
Do you know what I'm saying? We'll see what this new goalkeeper that they got is going to do. But Man United have got some good players. Obviously the team ain't complete, but if he goes in there and gets a couple of signings, do you know what I'm saying? Like it's a club that they can always spend money.
I said, their midfield. Their midfield is absolutely pants. It stinks, man.
It's destroyed. Yeah.
So awful.
What's that guy? What's the midfielder that they got again? The DM. No, not Casemiro. The other one.
The other guy. Oh my days. Ogati.
Oh my God.
Ogate. Terrible. Terrible, bro. He's an
Ugarte.
MMA fighter.
Shit,
He's an
bro.
MMA fighter, bro.
Yeah,
He's shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? He is shit. Maybe they could sell Bruno Fernandes to Saudi, maybe get some money from Bruno, because Bruno's got a big following in it. So he'll get himself a little deal. He's got a lot of fanboys, so he'll get himself a little deal. And then Glasner can, use that money and go out and get some players. Like,
why has Bruno got, like, I mean, you're Portuguese descent. Like, why has Bruno got such a big, following in that respect? I mean, like, I'm not a bad player, but like, he's not like, legendary.
Big games.
I feel like the big following is more from here. I don't feel like the big following is more from Portugal. Like in Portugal, they don't like overrate him like that. Like, obviously he was good in the Portuguese league, but he's not that from
what did Ronaldo do?
Like, yo.
What did Ronaldo do? What did Ronaldo do when he was talking in the? He looked at Bernardo Silva.
Look at this guy, like, what going for this brother, man? Get him the fuck out the strip, innit? What's he talking about? He's fucking up the money.
Slap him up, you know what I'm saying? Slap him up. You silly boy. You know what I'm saying?
The thing with Portugal though is it's very weird, yeah. In when he plays for the Portugal national team, he actually has a lot of discipline. But when he plays, probably because of the fact that he can't pull rank with anyone. Like, there's so many talented players in Portugal right now, yeah, that he can't actually pull rank with them. Whereas at Man United, he kind of just does what he wants. So.
He's a big game player. I'll give him that. You know what I'm saying?
No, he isn't.
I really do give him that.
What big game?
Not in big games. In big games, he sometimes comes out.
Name them.
Comes out with stuff where like out of nowhere. Do you know what I'm saying?
Out
Out of nowhere.
No, not
he
for
does
me.
something.
He's not. He's a footballer that hits the ball anywhere and hopes. That's all he does. That's his own. That's his go-to. He'll hit the like. I've seen this guy has zero discipline. Yeah, I've seen him pick up the ball. From the set, you're a number 10. You've picked up the ball from the centre back, and then you're spamming it long. From your third into the opposition box, and then he's on the right wing. He's on the left wing. He takes every set piece. They don't score.
Free roam.
Barely gets assists. Like all this chance creation stuff is bullshit. Because if you're putting the ball into the box, that's a chance creation. Never mind the fact that the defender is heading the ball away constantly. He doesn't think. That's the problem. That's why he's a problem at Man United. You can't have a player that's this ill-disciplined, running around doing anything.
Yeah,
I think if they bench him, put Maino next to Casemiro, it might be something different. But even Maino, the problem is the defending. Yeah, the legs, the defending. So they need a midfielder that, like a De Jong, they need someone that can do both. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what would make an excellent partnership, yeah, in Man United midfield? And I don't want to put it into atmosphere, but I'll just say it anyway, yeah. Adam Wharton and Carlos Baleba. If they got those two guys in this summer, they would be a serious problem.
Baleba.
Baleba as well. They were going to get Baleba. Why didn't they get Baleba? I don't even know why.
Too much money. It's 100 million. It's 100 million. It's a lot of money for Carlos Baleba. A lot of money.
Yeah, he's a 60. He's probably a 60.
I would say as high as 80. But yeah, you're right. 60 is a good.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, 60, Brighton would probably flip five players out of 60. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey, big up TMJ's 1-7. Ricardo Rios is a baller for Colombia. He is a little baller, and he's got such a good engine on him as well. Him and Munoz, the right wing back from Palace, they got serious engines. I don't know what they're doing over there in Colombia, but them lot don't stop running.
We know what they're doing in Colombia.
Don't stop running.
It's crazy.
Why are you running?
You know what they're doing.
Now listen, big up, man. The match is about to start. Big up to Rashid, man. Rob, Josh, every time.
Yeah, thank you for having me on, bro.
Yeah, man. I'll see you guys after the game. We're gonna redirect. Is Dej live? Because Dej, I think he's gonna watch it, but he's already like half an hour late. Is Deji live? Does anyone know Deji live? Deji live. I can't see that Deji's live. No, he's not live. What's that guy doing, bro? What is he doing? Oh well. Alright, cool. Who's in the stream, Dave? Alright, he's watching. Alright, Real Madrid game. Alright, we're redirecting to Dave. Northside Raid on the way in. I'll see you lot after the West Ham Spurs game. I'm out. Love.
Peace.